Look, I think they're a quality team. No doubt they've got quality players. And it's not necessarily their mental fragility, it's just the powerhouses that they've been up against. We saw in recent seasons how City, when it comes to showtime in March, they've just been able to put their foot down and just relentlessly win games. Liverpool did it last season, obviously not so much this season. And Arsenal, just in those big moments, they've always looked quite good recently over the start of the season, but credit to them. They've had some really good results and some really good performances. But tonight's important. You have to bounce back. You are going to lose, simple as that. Like, you are going to have these moments. Even the great teams through the leagues have had to take punches on the nose, but it was a good one tonight, changing the team up a little bit. People have come in, done well. They've got, like I say, Jesus coming back. Feel good going into that Wolves game.
Yeah, and that's the key, isn't it? When you can change your personnel around and still get the result, it means that the foundation is so solid. And this is what Mikel Arteta has always said, trust the process. And it feels as though that is where they are right now.
Yeah, but he has spent a lot of money as well. He has spent a big number on a squad, probably one of the strongest squads in Europe. And they should be competing on all fronts, they really should. And they should be able to make lots of changes like tonight, whatever it was before the game, and still win the game at Club Brugge. The thing for me is Arsenal, we're in December now. Can we talk about Arsenal in March, April, when it comes down to the home straight? Can they get their hands on this silver, be it the Premier League or be it the Champions League? Because I think this squad and this team and this manager are good enough to do that. But it's the psychology of the whole thing. Can they get across that final hurdle? There will be bumps along the road. There will be, defeats like Villa last weekend. They bounce back tonight. But when it comes right down to the wire, I think Fergie called it squeaky bum time. When it gets to that home straight, can they get across the line?
Well, this is the test for them, isn't it? And we saw them, as you say, with that defeat at the weekend, ending that 18-game unbeaten run, and they had the perfect response tonight, and some really beautiful goals as well. Let's start with Noni Madueke, who scored first, and this was 25 minutes. What a run, what an individual performance from him, Joe.
Yeah, good ball into him there from Zubamendi. As he takes it on, he's only got one thing on his mind, to cut inside. I think just as it opens up for him, it's such a good hit, it's unsavable. Van den Heuvel came in tonight. I think he was a late replacement for Simon Mignolet, but no one's saving that. Excellent. It's such a good moment. He's been on the kind of fringes of things at Arsenal. That's a great goal.
That's what I'm talking about, the squad, but they rested Saka tonight and he spent a big number on this guy, and that's a phenomenal goal for him as well. Remember last season, if Saka doesn't play, Arsenal are not the same.
Yeah.
When you got somebody like Madueke to come in, I don't know if it strengthens them, but they've got big competition for that position now as well.
It's an incredible reinforcement, and actually end goal for Arsenal. Then he did score his next one, which we will see in a moment. But it's almost like London buses, isn't it? You wait for your first goal, and all three come in the Champions League. He scored one against Bayern last time out, scored the opener tonight, and then he scored the second as well. This one probably not as magnificent as the first, but you'll take it.
Zubamendi got an assist for the first, which I don't agree with, but this is what I call an assist. If you watch the ball from Zubamendi, this is world class. And keep an eye on Madueke. We've let him up inside the box because he's actually playing nearly as a second striker next to Gyökeres. I think the young goalkeeper makes a bit of a mistake. If you keep an eye on him, he takes a couple of steps forward as Zubamendi crosses. Then he's in no man's land, and it's a simple header at the end of the day. But when we're talking about assists, Zubamendi wraps his foot around that brilliantly, and Madueke's like, I'm not going to miss from a yard out. It's a brilliant night for him.
And there he is, man of the match, so deserved as well. And I think we hinted at it at half-time that it's inconceivable to think that there was that small section of Arsenal fans that were so against him joining because he was coming from Chelsea. But that is a quality player who's probably taken a bit of an unconventional route to come to this level. But for coming from the Dutch league, actually, even though he started his career in England. But, it just shows that there's a quality player in there. He just needed the right home, the right place at the right time.
Yeah, well, Mikel Arteta put his neck on the line, no doubt about it, getting it from Chelsea. Believed he'd be an integral part of his squad, and nights like tonight are proving that he's very, very important.
Yeah, absolutely right. Well, let's hear from Noni Madueke, man of the match tonight, as we saw, with 2 goals as well. Here's alongside Liam McDevitt.
Noni, Champions League, 2 goals, player of the match. They don't get much better than that first one, do they?
Yeah, no, I just want to thank God first and foremost for giving my team the victory. The first one was really nice. Second one, tapping, but yeah, that first one was sweet. So happy, just delighted with the result today. So really good.
It feels like every time you play, the goals might not be coming, but you're direct. You're still showing that you want to get on the ball, you want to take people on, and you show it in that for that first goal.
Yeah, no, I think the bare minimum I need to give to my team is threat. They need to give me the ball and think something can happen, and then obviously trying to score and be as decisive as possible. I feel like that's the next level I need to get to in terms of being consistently decisive for my club and my country. And yeah, I think I can reach that level. Just keep working every day.
Your squad showed your depth today, injuries, illness, difficulties, but everyone who comes in shows that they're at the level to start for Arsenal. What about the environment is making it easy for whoever comes in to show the level?
Yeah, we're tight. I feel like that's the main thing. Like, we want each other to do well. We know that there are loads of minutes for all of us. We know that we have top players everywhere in the squad, so it's about all of us as a collective. It's not really about any individual, and we know that we all have a part to play, so that's a good thing about this team.
All forwards want to score goals. Is that what you needed tonight, just to get that feeling of hitting the net again? Because it can become a habit once you get one, can't it?
Yeah, no, for sure. Last Champions League game I scored. Nice to get another 2 today, and yeah, hopefully bring that form into the Premier League.
6 wins out of 6, top of the Champions League, top of the Premier League. With results becomes expectation. What can this team achieve this year?
Yeah, I feel like we're fighting on all 4 fronts. I feel like we can compete on all 4 fronts, and obviously I feel like we can win this competition. I feel like we can win the league as well, and that has to be our aim. And yeah, I think we're in a good place at the moment. We just keep going.
Noni, well done. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man of the match performance from Noni Madueke there. Very humble, isn't he? Comes across really, really well.
Yeah, yeah, he spoke well. Very much bought into, like I say, what Mikel Arteta's brought to him. There's no doubt there was conversations before he came, and he's fully in. He was brave enough to say that their aims are to win the Premier League. I love that.
Yeah.
But they're doing all the right things at the moment.
Yeah, they certainly are. Well, he scored an absolute stunner, and so too did Gabriel Martinelli as well. Shay, this was a fantastic one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Very individual. I mean, there's a competition probably the 2 of them in the dressing room.
Brilliant pass from Lewis Scully there.
Brilliant assist there, Joe. But again, a fantastic individual bit of skill from Martinelli. I mean, you said before the break that's consecutive games he scored in. Now it's just 5 games consecutively. But CK, the defender, probably could do better. He knocks it inside him, and then at that point, as a goalkeeper, thinking, "Oh, shoot, I'll save it. Shoot all you want from there." But this is the perfect angle here. Rash, look at this here. Starts a couple of yards outside the post, and the keeper's got absolutely no chance. It's a brilliant goal from Martinelli, and again, another player competing for the starting 11. That's the biggest problem Arteta has. He's built this amazing squad, but there's so many players to fit into 11 positions. That's his biggest headache.
Absolutely, and Martinelli himself as well. So many seasons now at Arsenal, and he's had to wait for his opportunity, and he's still not getting a run in the starting 11 sort of regularly, is he? But he's still there and performing, and that's the mark of his professionalism as well.
Definitely, and he was interviewed previously saying that whatever minutes I play, I'm looking to really achieve for Arsenal, and Madueke just said exactly the same. Yeah. So everyone's singing from the same hymn sheet, which is what you need for success.
Yeah.
Mikel Arteta raves over Arsenal star, who was immaculate versus Brugge. Arsenal made it 6 wins from 6 in the Champions League on Monday night as Mikel Arteta's men secured a 3-0 win over Club Brugge. The Gunners tasted defeat against Aston Villa only a few days ago, but a much-changed team responded in emphatic fashion, with Noni Madueke and Gabriel Martinelli both on the scoresheet. Madueke scored a fierce opening goal, running through the heart of the Bruges team before unleashing a devastating effort from outside of the box that crashed in off the bar. His second, a header from close range, was a lot simpler, but there was nothing simple about Martinelli's strike. The Brazilian cut inside from the left and bent the ball into the far corner to cap off a phenomenal 3-0 win on the road in Europe. Understandably, Arteta was delighted with what he saw from his players. Arteta raves over Arsenal's attacking performance. Martinelli and Madueke have both struggled with injury this term, but certainly made their chance count in Belgium on Wednesday night. Speaking to the press after the game, Arteta waxed lyrical over the 2 wingers, saying, "Madueke and Martinelli were outstanding today. The level of threat and 2 finishes spectacular. Jesus back after 11 months, to see him perform in the manner he did was really positive." Perhaps the biggest positive for the Gunners was Gabriel Jesus' return to the side. The Brazilian hasn't been seen in the first team since suffering a horrific ACL injury against Manchester United back in January. While the striker didn't score, he managed more touches than the man he replaced, Victor Gyökeres, despite playing just half an hour. Arteta was ecstatic to see the forward back in action, saying, "For 11 months he's been fighting against another very difficult injury, and to see him back with that smile, with that energy, and with that quality in his first performance back with us is really impressive, and we're all delighted for him. You can see how much we love him. If he continues to perform in that manner, he will bring something else to the team, and I am really happy to see that." Arteta praises underrated Arsenal star. While the forward line grabbed the headlines in Bruges this week, praise must be handed to the lesser-spotted Christian Norgard. The Danish midfielder has barely kicked a ball since signing from Brentford in the summer, but more than took his chance on Wednesday, albeit in an unfamiliar role. Due to injuries to Jurrien Timber, William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Christian Mosquera, Norgard played at center back and looked very solid, helping his team keep a clean sheet. The manager was delighted with his performance, stating, "Christian Norgard is someone who probably prepares the best out of all of them. He is somebody who makes us better every day. Any position, any condition, his attitude is always immaculate." Timber, Rice, Trossard, Saliba, Arsenal injury latest and return dates for Wolves. Arsenal got back to winning ways on Wednesday in the Champions League, but continue to be plagued by injury problems, with Jurrien Timber and Max Daumann the latest stars to have suffered issues. Everything you need to know about Arsenal's injury news ahead of the Premier League clash against Wolves on Saturday evening, with a new fitness concern emerging from Mikel Arteta. Jurrien Timber and Ricardo Calafari, knocks. The two fullbacks suffered kicks in the defeat to Aston Villa. Timber, despite traveling to Belgium, missed out on featuring in the squad. When asked if the Dutchman was okay, Arteta said, "I hope so." Calafari, meanwhile, played the final 30 minutes of the Champions League win over Club Brugge. Gabriel Jesus' injury return scared him, as Arsenal star reveals all on fitness for Christmas. Arsenal star Gabriel Jesus has made several big admissions after returning from injury against Club Brugge in the Champions League. Gabriel Jesus has admitted he was scared to make his long-awaited return from injury, but is now more than ready to help Arsenal over the busy Christmas period. The Brazilian international played the final 28 minutes of the win over Club Brugge after missing the last 11 months with a serious knee injury. Mikel Arteta has been carefully managing his comeback after such a long period out, with his return to full team training arriving in early November and a behind-closed-doors friendly arranged earlier this month to help him build up match minutes. Jesus looked bright in his cameo off the bench in Belgium, and he has now revealed how the moment felt and his fitness aim for the coming weeks. Jesus looked bright in his cameo off the bench in Belgium, and he has now revealed how the moment felt and his fitness aim for the coming weeks. So with 11 months of helping myself and then feeling scared to come back different, maybe with some limitations just to walk outside and then play with the boys, I'm so pleased. I feel more than ready. So I'm here to say God saved my life. Arteta also spoke on Jesus' return after the 3-0 victory, with the Gunners' boss delighted he is back and very impressed by his display off the bench. Bruges 0, Arsenal 3. Madueke stars as Arsenal cruise to win. Arsenal kept their strong run at the top of the UEFA Champions League table with a routine 3-0 win over Club Brugge. Noni Madueke scored twice, starting with a stunning strike from long range to open the scoring. Player ratings versus Club Brugge. David Raya, 7 out of 10. Another clean sheet for the Spaniard. He made a few strong saves and stayed alert throughout the match. One stop did not look convincing, but he still deserved the clean sheet. Ben White, 7 out of 10. He pushed forward with intent in the first half and supported the attack well. He also helped the team keep a solid clean sheet against a side that tried to break quickly. Christian Norgard, 7 out of 10. With several players unavailable, Arteta used him at center back. Norgard picked up a booking for a tactical foul, but handled the role well for most of the game. Piero Hiencapi, 7 out of 10. A steady performance from the Ecuadorian defender. He defended well and even went close to scoring twice before coming off in the second half. Miles Lewis Skelly, 6 out of 10. Carlos Forbes caused him issues in the first half, but he looked more settled after the break. He also supported the attack when the chance came. Martin Odegaard, 6 out of 10. He tested the Bruges goalkeeper early with a strike from range. Other than that, he stayed quiet and did not have the impact he usually brings. Martin Zubimendi, 8 out of 10. The Spaniard played as the number 6 and still found time to push forward. He assisted both of Madueke's goals, with the second coming from a lovely cross into the box. Mikel Arteta, 6 out of 10. Back in midfield after playing up front in recent matches. A steady outing, nothing too dramatic, but he kept the ball moving. Noni Madueke, 9 out of 10, man of the match. He opened the scoring with a stunning strike that may be one of Arsenal's best goals this season. His second was a simple header, and he caused problems all evening. Victor Gyökeres, 5 out of 10. His first start since his hamstring issue last month. He found it hard to get involved and stayed on the edge of the game. Gabriel Martinelli, 8 out of 10. He stayed quiet before the break but came alive in the second half. He scored with a brilliant curled strike and made history as the first Arsenal player to score in 5 straight Champions League matches. Substitutes: Gabriel Jesus for Gyökeres, 62, 7 out of 10. His first appearance since January after his knee injury. He hit the crossbar and looked sharper than expected. Ricardo Calafari, 6 out of 10. Came on for Copy and fit in well, helped the team see out the clean sheet. Bukayo Saka, 6 out of 10. Came on to help manage the final minutes, showed tidy touches and kept the ball moving. Ethan Nwaneri, 6 out of 10. Looked calm on the ball and almost created a goal with a smart pass. Marley Salmon, 6 out of 10. Did not have much to do, but the 16-year-old will be delighted with his Champions League debut. Arsenal will now focus on Wolverhampton in the Premier League as they aim to continue their push at the top of the table.